Yep, everyone can hear me. Everything cool? 1, 2. Hope everything is alright on stream as well. Thumbs up from Zana, alright. Cool, thank you very much for coming. I'm frokenok and I'll be running Sonic Generations for Save the Arcade Marathon. I hope you like. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, let's do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Oh man, it's been so much time since I did the marathon run again, but definitely was looking forward to it. Yep. Sonic Generations will be 10 years since it released, and it will be 10 years since I started running this game as well. What an anniversary. Mostly for the first stage, for Green Hill, it's pretty straightforward. I'll be doing a lot of spin dancing and jumping to pretty much reach the ending of the stage as fast as possible. And looks like we'll have a 44, which is like the usual time we get for a Green Hill Classic. Alright. Next up we have Modern Sonic with Modern Green Hill. The game is pretty much be divided in two things, like Act 1 is for Classic Sonic and Act 2 is for Modern Sonic. Also, you'll see me drift a lot in some sections. That's because I go faster pretty much by just drifting, rather than just like holding the boost button. Along with sometimes sliding like that. Same philosophy, like we do it because it's faster pretty much. Gonna skip those speed pads there. Not all speed pads are the best, really. Some of them kinda limit your speed for the next section, so you want to avoid them so you can go much faster. As far as the tricks go, when you see me doing tricks, I'll probably do 1 or 2 tricks and then a finisher, pretty much to refill a little bit of my boost. But normally I do not need more than that. Alright. Slide under those. Jump boost, boost. Stomp, and on our way to the finish. $139, pretty good. Could be better, yeah, for sure. Still good. Alright. Finished with Green Hill, and we're gonna go to Chemical Plant now. The game itself has 9 stages in total. So with 2 acts with each stage, like 18 acts pretty much. And there are bosses as well. Oh yeah, definitely. You can get more boost than you need. The boost bar will keep going up as long as you keep getting more tricks. Gonna get the shortcut here. Also, Chemical Plant will feature our first skip of the game as well. I see familiar names in the chat. Alright, gonna drift here off the pipe. We're gonna go all the way to the 2D section of the game. And we're gonna try to land on a speed pad here. Launch ourselves into the next 2D area. Go above. Ah! It's okay, we got the checkpoint, so we're good. No problem. And we pretty much skip like a good portion of the stage like that. We have like a cinematic camera as well. Thank you for the good luck. Sometimes that will happen. The camera will kind of bug out and we're gonna have a cinematic camera to it. So it's a little bit difficult to actually traverse. But that was the first skip of the game. We kinda got it right. Had a little bit of a mess up, and the camera didn't help us a lot, but we did it. Alright. Next up is Classic Chemical Plant. Classical Chemical Plant is pretty much the same as Green Hill. Know the fastest route, spin dust a lot, jump a lot, and reach the finish. Though, I have to say that there is a different way, a different method of actually doing Chemical Plant Classic, and the same can be said about Modern Chemical Plant as well. Modern Chemical Plant has a M-speed strat that you can do to finish the stage even faster, and Chemical Plant Classic has a D-speed strat as well. M-speed and D-speed are what we call pretty much a technique that we use to make Sonic go tremendous speeds. I do use that strat in the rival fight against Shadow, which is pretty much the easiest fight and stage to do it compared to other stuff like Chemical Plant or other situations, I should probably say. And the reason why we do not use it is because, well, I don't use it, and so far no one else for that matter, outside of individual level speedruns, is because it is very hard to do. And if it's not first try, it's not optimal pretty much. You lose time if you don't get it first try. Well, that was Chemical Plant earlier, and we've reached Sky Sanctuary right now. Sky Sanctuary, it's one of those stages that, you know, they are a little bit more complex and need a little bit more practice and know in to go fast. Also, a little fun fact is that it's the only stage you need to play 3 times to get all the red star rings. All the other stages you can play them 1 time and you can get all the red star rings immediately. That mostly considers like for the 100% run of the game compared to any percent. Spin dust and go towards the finish. That should be 105. It's okay. Alright, next up will be Modern Sky Sanctuary. Modern Sky Sanctuary is pretty... I'd consider it to be like one of the little bit harder stages to speedrun. There's a lot of jumps and little difficult boost you need to do. Also, the boost management is a little bit higher compared to other stages. You need to be careful not to run out. Like that. That one, if I didn't turn out at the correct time, I would be dead. So it was a good decision for me not to go for it. A very good point, Zano. Gonna change rails here. It is the first stage that possesses like the first real danger, for sure. As you can see, the boost like keeps going very close to running out and then getting enough to move on to the next section. Though from here on out should be fine. Sky Sanctuary also give us the first look into the 3D into 2D skip technique, or you know how you want to say it. Basically all you have to do is jump here and you are 3D into a 2D section. And by doing that, I can go around that wall there and move on much faster. Pretty much the easiest 3D into 2D you'll see in your life. Alright, and that's Sky Sanctuary. Next up, we have to do some side missions so we can get the keys to open the boss battle for the Genesis era, pretty much. Along with fighting the rival of this era, so we can get the Chaos Emerald you can see over there on the screen. First up will be the Sky Sanctuary side mission, the Balloon Bonanza one. And this one has another 3D into 2D kind of skip thing over here. We're gonna bounce really hard on the cloud by boosting on it and go much further away than you're supposed to go. Again, it's the same as the Sky Sanctuary main stage. We skip this by jumping and we are in 3D, while in 2D section and can go around it and hit the gold ring. Get the key. And we're going to Green Hill. Important thing to know is that you need to do one classic and one modern at least for the side missions. Doesn't matter, you know, how many, if you do 2 classics or 2 moderns, just need to be one of it. And since you have to do one more, 3 in total to take the third key, you find the one that is the faster. Oh, easy there, almost got sniped. There you go. Alright. Get the second key, and we're moving on to Chemical Plant. I'm gonna do the Invincibility Challenge. Pretty fast challenge, and you need to work fast, and so you can get the cycles pretty much. Yeah, get the early cycles so you can save some time here. Don't drop down, turn, and we got the early cycle. Cool. Oh. Should still be fine. Yes, nice. We did make it. Alright, 31, pretty good. Pretty much this side mission / challenge is one of those that you know what time you'll get if you get the early cycle or not. If I didn't get the early cycle, I have like a 33 on my hands or 34. Next up, rival fight, Metal Sonic. Gonna try to make him go faster by just like spin dashing at the ending and let him like pretty much come to us so we can hit him. Get a second quick hit there, and then we're gonna manipulate him in a way so like when he comes on our pretty much on our line, we can hit him again, and then we go forward so he can charge us, let him go forward of us and hit him again. And there you have pretty good Metal Sonic fight actually. I think was that a 30, was it? 31, almost a 30. Still good. It is a hard thing to do because it's... I cannot really explain it in a way that, oh yeah, do this, this, and this, and you're gonna be good, right? It's one of those things where you watch what the other person does, and you try to either replicate it, or by doing it enough times you get a feel for it, and you do it yourself. Alright, first boss battle of the game, and will be the Death Egg Robot, which you can pretty much finish kind of fast. There is a little bit RNG involved with, and the only RNG as far as I know in the run. Well, almost. But yeah, I got the bad one. Pretty much he has a chance to get his left foot up first, and you can go under him so you can hit him faster. I think there are 3 or 4 patterns to it. We get like the worst one, but it's fine. Next up, we're gonna let him pretty much stomp on us, and by mashing the jump button, we have the opportunity to go behind him and hit him again. We do not know why his hitbox becomes available again after that. Seems like if you avoid him and you try to hit him, the hitbox won't be there, so you can't hit him. But by letting him stomp on us, mash the jump button, go behind him, we pretty much skip the second phase of the boss fight, which takes quite a bit of time. Alright. Next up, Speed Highway and the Dreamcast era. Yes, do tell if the audio, everything is fine as well in the chat. I hope everything is cool, because it will be kind of hard to actually change it. To be honest with you. Speed Highway, a very... Well, I don't know if I'd say tricky stage for Classic Sonic, but it does have tricky jumps here and there, so it's not, you know, a walk in the park. Also to note about Speed Highway, and this refers more to modern Sonic than Classic Sonic, is that Speed Highway is probably the modern one, the modern version of the Speed Highway, is probably the stage that had the biggest alterations throughout the years of running the game. Oh, hit the wall there. But yeah, like modern Speed Highway has changed so much through the years. We had so many different skips and routes for it, and all of them are pretty much crazy, if I had to say it in a way. It is funny, really. Speed Highway is probably the biggest obstacle, I suppose, that many people will face when want to getting into speedrunning Sonic Generations. It's kinda towards the middle of the speedrun as well, so it's not at the beginning. But yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. The latest iteration of this is that we're gonna be going through a lot of void. We're gonna try to come here, drift our way up the building, drift off the building, try not to hit the kill plane, which is here, but we did. Unfortunate, but I'll try again. I'll give it a couple more tries, but I'll probably move on if I don't get it. It is a very difficult trick, honestly. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. I just landed there and started actually running. It's probably my biggest obstacle as well. I wouldn't say it's the reason why I'm not running the game as much anymore, but it's definitely something that I would actually bring up. This will make it. I don't see, as you can see, I don't have enough forward momentum to actually reach where I want to be. I'm gonna give it this and one more try, and then I'll probably continue with the old skip, which is not as fast, but unfortunately, what you can do? Like, I'm already losing time as it is, if I had to put it in a way. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the kill plane again. Unfortunate. Let's try. Let it be the good one. Nope. And I'm out of lives. Okay, so I have to do it again anyway. Ah! Helicopter, please. I'd love to actually have you see where I'm going with this, honestly, rather than just the beginning, the setup to get it, pretty much. Oh, please let this be it. Okay, this has potential. I'm not too sure about it, but we'll see. Okay, we got it, we got it. Okay, we're good, we're good. Nice, I got it. I just wanted to sort it off, even if I lost so much time. Alright, as you can see, yeah, that was like, you know, you need to fall through the void, like do so much stuff, and there are so many cube planes around. There's wall around that they can stop you, and obviously then you have to do some invincible running too. Yeah, there's a lot to this trick. So you get it first try. You have yourself like a run to pretty much get until the ending. But if you don't get it, it's kind of run die thing. Oh yeah, that was Speed Highway. Next up, Cityscape. Cityscape, thankfully, is not as brutal as Speed Highway. Alright. So, a thing to notice here is that compared to the Cityscape in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, in this one you want to hit the cars left and right because they give you boosts so you can go faster. In the original you don't want to do that. You cannot stop me. Nicely done. And we're going towards the last section of the game where we have the mad track following us. Have to avoid it normally. Usually I would drift here, but I messed up a little bit the air dust above the jump pad. So I have to pretty much do it normally. Also, before this section, when I was doing the 2D section, there's a very neat trick that you can do that can make the game camera be in 3D pretty much. You have the 2D properties, but you're in 3D. And we're towards the ending. Alright. Yep, shouldn't have any red star rings for this, and we're going straight to Classic. Classic Cityscape does have a D-speed here as well. But like I said, it's one of those things that you either get or you don't. A little bit unlucky there. There we go. Of course, the track is back. Destroying buildings to get us. go. Oh, didn't get the cycle here, so have to wait it out a little bit. A little bit of skateboarding as well, though we're gonna leave it behind over here because it's actually faster to go with the spin dashes. Jump. Ooh. Go up before this falls down, and we're on our way to the ending. 140. Okay. Alright. That was Cityscape, and heading towards Seaside Hill now, which is the last stage for the Dreamcast era, even though it was in Heroes, so you know, like, and game didn't come out Dreamcast, but details. Coming right from the get-go, we need to be a little bit fast so we can get an early cycle, which can cost quite a lot, honestly. It's not a difficult one to make, but it can be tricky at times. Oh, thankfully we did get it, so we're not losing any time here. Though coming up over here in this 2D section is that there are a lot of jumps, spin dash jumps, that they can make you go quite far, and this one in particular, yep, I fell down, so that means like I'm going to the bottom route, which is not as fast. Okay, but it's not too slow, like you lose about 5 seconds, I'd say, at most. Alright, I'm gonna let the rock go forward, I'm gonna charge up a spin dash, jump over it, try to land over here, and nice, got some good jumps there. That might have looked easy, but believe me, it's not. It's one of those things that you do and you get, again, a feel for it and be like, oh, okay, so that's how you do it, alright, I remember that. Let me do it again now. Alright, Seaside Hill Classic was alright. Modern Seaside Hill have seen a few changes as well throughout the years. Not as many as Speed Highway, that's for sure. But it has a nice skip to it as well. Kinda difficult too, because boost management, when you're running on water, your boost depletes much faster, for once. And the other thing is that there is this fizz that keeps chasing you if you go out of bounds, so you need to be careful of that. Also for the skip, that I did earlier wasn't the skip, that was actually an intended route. But the one that coming up right here, you need to actually, you know, be able to go back pretty much to the stage, and it's kind of a tight jump. So we're gonna go to the right here, go out of bounds. The fizz gonna come up, we're gonna send it back down, and if we have it, alright, whew. As you can see, zero boost anything, and I have to climb that obstacle there pretty much. Gonna drift to get some boost back. And gonna go our intended route. You're gonna see a JPEG over here, because I did the skip there. Towards the ending. Two ways to do this. We're going the Styles way. Usually you can actually jump over the Orca, but if you don't, it helps you out. Alright, let me lift you up. Alright, and that was for the Dreamcast era stages, and we're going for the challenges, or side missions, whatever you want to call it. Oh, make the cycle. Nice. Off-screen boost jump. Love it. Alright. Something that I didn't explain earlier, so I can explain here. When you go out of bounds and the fist comes to get you, you can avoid it by just going inbounds, of course, again, or by tapping the back button on your D-pad. That makes the fist think that you are actually underwater, and the fist thinks like, oh, you're dying, so I'm gonna leave you be, and I'm not gonna get you, pretty much, and that's how you avoid it. Also, I did something there that, honestly speaking, some people would say like, it's really not worth it, why are you going for it? Basically what I did, I was holding the back button a little bit more than intended, and I went under the lasers so I can save 3 seconds. If I died and I hit the lasers, I would lose 20. But you know, optimizations and stuff. Some things it's kinda easier to get than others. It's a feel that, you know, every runner I feel has about certain things. Thank you for good luck. I see all the messages in the chat. Also here another really nice skip that was found recently. For some reason you can get quite a bit of height there by just jumping, losing the Thunder Seal, then jumping on an item box. Which makes it really nice, because with the spin dash we can go all the way towards the ending. Alright, the next mission is the famous Drill Baby Drill mission. Where we're gonna running down the stage, and what I want to do is hold left, drift, and boost at the right time and go up. Nice. And by doing that I can stomp all the way to the finish. So hello stage. If Sid was here today with me, unfortunately he had work, couldn't make it, he would be like, bye stage. Much love to my critical bro. Next up is Shadow, and like I said, in Shadow we use the M speed, where we can actually go super fast by holding the analog stick in a very specific position. Whoa! And by boosting and jumping, as you can see, I can go in pretty much tremendous speeds. Oh. And we get it, nice. This trick is very difficult. It's very difficult, and especially on the PC version. On the console version it's a little bit less difficult, and this trick originally came from Sonic Unleashed. In Sonic Unleashed is easier actually as well, rather than the console version of Generations, for example. But in the PC version of Sonic Generations it's like really difficult. And the thing about it, using it in other stages, is that you either get it and you get a better time, or you don't get it and you don't get better time, pretty much. It's like a one thing deal. And it's not that you actually have to hold only the analog stick in a very specific position. It's just that you have to go through the stage by doing that as well. So it's very awkward the way you want to hold the controller. You have to not move your hands and fingers from the analog stick. You need to boost and jump at the same time too. Like, there's so many things involved, it's ridiculous. Honestly, like, I wish it was easier, so it would be like even a crazier run, but at the same time, I'm kinda thankful that it is. Anyway, we got our perfect Chaos boss here. Nothing really to say about it, just, you know, beat the boss as fast as possible. Outside of this one, when you pause between each hit, the game will go a little bit faster to the next transition. In an individual run, this is even better because you pause the timer pretty much and the scene will change. But when doing an RTA, if you hold it for too long, you're pretty much losing time. But if you hold it for just a split second, you can save a little bit. I think in the console version it's actually even more effective. Alright, done the first 3 hit. Now we're doing the last one. All the way to the left. Stomp 2 times and boom. Alright, there you go. Alright. And with that, we finish the Dreamcast era and we're going into the modern era. And we're starting up with Cry City. Alright. Cry City, I have to say, it's not one of the stages that I'm really good at, honestly, compared to other stages, and you can actually lose a lot of time very easily in very many cases by just like a wrong boost, a slide off jump. It's one of those stages pretty much. You hit something and you lose a lot of time. We cleared the first part pretty nice, so for the second part. Alright, pretty good. Do some quick stomping. Watch out here, because sometimes you'll hit that wall there and you're gonna die immediately. Make our way through the side step section, and that's pretty nice. It's under 140. I'll take it for sure. Alright, so that was Cry City Modern. It didn't really have anything that I needed to explain, but as far as Classic goes and moving forward, one thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna go get the Thunder Shield from the sub. The Thunder Shield being a very good addition to Classic Sonic, give him the double jump and making it very easy to clear some obstacles and go much faster. Ooh. You don't usually see that, but there are times where you can actually miss that hoop jump. Alright. Over here is the first little thing we can do. By jumping here, we can skip this section. Here as well, the double jump will allow us to clear all this section immediately. Same here, will allow us to go to the top route. It's just so useful to have the Thunder Shield. It doesn't cost us much to go get it, pretty much. Nice, avoided the red star ring as well. Indeed, this game is actually 10 years old this year. Kinda crazy. Yeah, that was classic Cry City. Pretty good one as well. 118. Alright. Next up will be Rooftop Run Classic. And Rooftop Run Classic is probably the hardest classic stage too many do's there. The hardest classic one to do fast. Especially if you lose your Thunder Seal, which makes things much easier. There is a little skip here. Unfortunately, I have to wait a little bit here since I was a little bit on the slow side, so missed a good cycle. You want to be as fast as possible during the first section, otherwise the cycles won't help you at all. Alright. There you go. There is a very nice little thing that I can show you here. I think everyone will be surprised by it. We could try making it into a thing that happens in the speedrun, but unfortunately it's not something that it's easy and doesn't really save us much time. Alright, and double jump over the bombs, and we are towards the end of the stage. $152 isn't bad, but it can be much faster, honestly. For as hard to speedrun the classic is, the modern version is actually much easier. It has probably the best flow, I'd say, as far as, you know, running it. Though that is considering you don't use M-Speed. If you use M-Speed for this stage, then this stage becomes a nightmare. Avoid the obstacles. There you go. Nice. Let's go up the clock tower. Nicely done. Going above there. Drift here. Gotta avoid the laser. We're pretty much at the end. Oh, 204. Really nice stage to speedrun. It's definitely one of those stages that you want to tackle first. It feels so right. It feels fast. It has great flow. And there isn't a huge streak to it that, oh my god, I need to get this. Especially so late in the run. Although, having said that, by going into plans, this changes completely. This is where all the tricks come in. Tight jumps, tricks. Make sure not to soft lock yourself, some stuff like that. Alright. Jump over those. Alright, coming right up is the Rocket Wisp, which came from Sonic Colors, obviously. I'm gonna wait a little bit so I can get a second one, so I can store it for a later section, pretty much. Which is over here, and gonna get another one here. And that last one I'm gonna use so I can skip a pretty big 2D portion of the game. Or of the stage, I should say. Which will be coming right up. So, what I need to do is jump over the jump pad here, which I didn't. I should boost, and then if I use the Rocket Wisp, then I can pretty much skip all this. Unfortunately, I messed it up, and for me to show it now, I have to reset the stage. Kinda unfortunate. It's a really nice trick to get. Take the rocket here. As far as new strats in the game, the latest one was the one that I showed in Speed Highway and Seaside Hill, along with a little nice trick in Thunder Shield mission. I think those are pretty much the latest ones. That was unfortunate that I missed the skip here. I could save pretty much a minute from the final time that I got. But thankfully for Classic I can actually show it, since I have more opportunities to do so if I don't get it first try. And the Classic one is probably the coolest one, I'd say. And you definitely need the Thunder Shield to be able to do it, because the Thunder Shield will allow you to go back on your main path. Otherwise, you gonna end up dying. There is a backup strat and an old strat that we're doing before the one with the Thunder Shield got discovered, but obviously it's slower. Gonna go out of bounds here. Gonna go back in bounds. Pretty much what I did was that I used the... I used the wisp right at the edge of the platform, and because the game didn't know where to put me outside. Out of bounds. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here, but now pretty much what I'm doing here is that before I go into the loop, I jump before it, and by using the spike wisp, unfortunately I wasn't able to go back in. Sometimes that will happen. I'm not sure what triggers it exactly, but sometimes you won't be able to go back in. The game won't allow you. But yeah, what I did there was I jumped over here, and at the same time I just left the wisp go back to the foreground, and then started like holding right to pretty much skip everything here. There you go, and back in we go. Really cool trick. And that's the modern stages. Now we have to do the rival fight, the challenges, and move on pretty much to the final bosses. First up, silver. Pretty easy fight, just like pretty much everything in the game, I'd say. As far as fights go, boss fights go, maybe with the exception of one. But yeah, right off the bat, you want to jump, hit the car, and hit him. And the main thing you want to do here is that you want to be at certain locations during the fight, so he can do certain attacks, which is pretty much this one and the one coming up. You don't want to be in this section, you need to be around here and forward, so he can do his attack where he throws the cars down to you, so you can hit him again. Because he has an attack that you can actually not hit him after he finishes it. You don't get an opportunity to hit him, that is. Kinda a little bit of manipulation in the fight, pretty much. Go under that. Boost, wait for the car to come up. Kind of a tight homing attack here, but it's not too difficult to get it. If you don't get it though, you have to wait for his next attack to hit him and go pretty much to the final attack, which is this one. Pretty much boost, wait for him to do his attack, sidestep, hit him, finish the fight. Alright, next up, Switcheroo. This was a recent, you could say, change in the route, because this stage had a huge skip to it, but it wasn't easy to do at all. It still isn't, but I almost got the full thing. Otherwise, if you don't go towards the goal ring, you have to do some 3D into 2D platforming, and obviously you can die easy, so you need to be careful, but it's a little backup we have in case you don't go all the way to the goal ring. For the second mission, you can do the endless boost, or you can do the classic one. It doesn't matter. I don't think any of the two is actually much faster. I'd say it's about the same. But, you know, I digress. The classic challenge one is the one ring challenge, by the way. Also here, I'll go through the bombs. Hitting me with the invincible barrels there. Please. I've died once that way. The barrels never showed up again, so I didn't see where I was supposed to go. And I got hit. In Endless Boost you don't have any rings. Also, a very very quick mission here. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Kind of thing. Manipulating Blaze to not go away the moment you go closer to her, and you can catch up to her immediately. Alright, next up is Egg Dragoon. Egg Dragoon has quite a difficult strat to it to go fast. You need to do multiple hits in one attempt, in one rotation, I should say. And on top of that, there is some well, I wouldn't say RNG, but there is a very, very, very tight trick to it that you can hit him again when you reach the dive section of the fight, where you need to hold like for half a second to the left and then boost, like dive towards him. Very, very difficult, very, very precise. First though, yeah, go above that, hit him, go to the 2D part and leave the boost. One, nope, missed it. Missed it. I've been missing it recently, I have to say that, have to come clean. When even I was practicing, was missing that. It seems that my timing has been off for a while now, which I guess it has to be expected after so long, but let's see if we can get a second try. Unfortunately, if I don't do it like that, it just takes so much time. It's just not worth to go normally. Just like reset and do it again, even though the run itself might have been dead by that point. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 3 hits in one rotation. Dive section, hold a little bit to the left. Dive, I didn't get an early hit. Basically what happens is that the Egg Dragoon will come close to you. But it's very, very precise. So you can actually hit him 3 times in a very, very, very fast. Oh, like that. Unfortunately, I was way too close to the transition, so I didn't get it. But you could see what would happen. See, the Egg Dragoon came towards me, pretty much. So I would get an early hit if I did that earlier. And I would finish the fight faster. And I would save time, pretty much. That was like, that's the trick. But that was Egg Dragoon, and we're going towards the final fight of the game, which would be Time Eater. Has a pretty cool strat to it, which half of it, I guess, came from me, I think. The other half was something that existed. Oops, that wasn't good. I didn't want to fall so far down, that would kinda lose me a couple seconds. Jeez. Gotta put those Chaos Emeralds there. Turn the cog so I can open the gate to the final boss. There you go. Alright. Open the Dracula gate. Alright, let's see if we can get this little trick here to finish the fight faster. Alright, hit him. Go into the 2D. Switch up right. Switch back in. Hit him again. And then we have to alter boost as fast as possible. And boost towards him. It seems that we are good. Nicely done. Quick hit. And we are on our way. That's what happened. Oh no. What happened? Well, I guess this thing happens. We got it, but something happened and we lost Sonic. We lost one of the Sonics. Wow. That never happened before. There you go. We had one of those as well. Gotta do it again now. Please? Okay. Please? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Ooh. Like, really didn't want to get hit there. What happened? I don't know if that was on my controller messing up with the boost or the game itself, but whatever. That was like time over there. Final hit, 102. Not the best run, but all things considered, outside of Speed Highway and missing the Modern Planet Wisp skip, that was a good run, honestly, and I was able to show everything that I wanted. So yeah, all things considered, not too bad, not too bad. We got time for that sick rooftop run out of bounds? Alright, let's do it, let's show it. But yeah, that was Sonic Generations, any percent speedrun, hope you liked it. It's been a while since I actually did the marathon run, to be honest. And I opened the marathon as well. I hope it was, you know, up to your expectations. Hope I delivered to a certain degree, at least. But yeah. That being said, let's show you that out of bounds in Rooftop Run. Brought me out of retirement, yeah. Alright, so Rooftop Run Classic has this sick out of bounds that we tried to make some usefulness out of it, but we couldn't. Like, there was... It was really difficult to make it work, but it's really cool to see. You need the Thunder Seal to be able to do it. So basically what you do... No! Basically what you do is that you don't need to lose the Thunder Seal. You need that Thunder Seal. That's the first rule. Don't lose that Thunder Seal until you reach the point that you need it. Oh my god, please, like, let me do it. What is wrong with me? The speedster inside me wants to do it fast, but should just take my time to reach where I want to. Alright, like we said, step 1, don't lose the Thunder Seal. Step 2, reach the part you want to be, over here. Alright, so step 3. When you actually hit those springs, you can actually mass a little bit, or you can make it, you know, something that as precise press. And by doing that over here, I'm now in 3D into 2D. See? I can go 3D over here. But this is not the end of the trick. This is just the beginning. You want to go here, and so now I hit the checkpoint, I can do whatever I want, but when you spin dust with Classic Sonic while you're in 3D, the game just bugs out. So what will happen is this. As you can see the stage there behind me. Pretty cool, right? Also the JPEGs. We're going towards the distance. Ah, just a nice climbing mountaineer. Lumberjack Sonic. But yeah, and we can go back as well. But yeah, you can, you know, pretty much go. There is some points where you can actually die from a kill plane and reset it, but I think it's somewhere like far, far away. But yeah, it's like really, really silly. Like, and there is a wall here as well. But yeah, that is one thing. And when you reset, pretty much you'll have a 3D point of view with Classic Sonic. All your controllers will be inverted pretty much. When you want to, when you go forward, you'll have to press right, and when you want to go backward, you have to press left, because that's how you pretty much do it in 2D. But yeah, that's the little out of bounds, and I think my time is about up. Next up, we'll have Keening. Stay tuned. Definitely gonna have some good time. Thank you for watching. See you guys around.